Hello. I will talk for a little bit here as a test of our audio so that we can overcome the delay that is the YouTube clay delay. Oh wow, is someone drinking Mountain Dew? Audio is working. Thank you, Marjorie. Loud and clear. Thank you, Ruth. I love that spelling of clear. All right, so we still have the deck. So I am selecting our 4 cods for our 4 cod Monty. Let's see. All right. All right, we've got a mix today. All right, and let's see. I've got our 4 cods. If you weren't here last week, then you might not get the enunciation joke there, but I think that's just a good old enunciation joke. Everyone's gonna pick up on that. So hello to everybody. I'm hitting the ground running because I have a haircut and I got to get us out of here at 31 minutes past the hour. So sorry for my schedule bumping up against your world. Thank you for being here. If you don't know who I am and you don't, whatever else you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach. Some will know me as the most times moderator, sometimes guest host of the Do Nothing Project back when it was on YouTube. Yeah, I am kind of letting it grow in the front. I'm kind of going for a David Lynch thing, I guess, of some sorts. So, all right. And actually, Bob, you get to pick. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So pick a number between 1. Yeah, the front. Okay, so I said this is 2, right? Or 1. So this is 2. All right. Here out is our technique. I think I picked right. Either that or I just did a really sleight of hand. But here out. And the evap cooler is running today, so you may get a different sonic experience from my universe. So we had what we didn't get to see is I put see hear feel in here. I put in a wild card that somebody could have picked. I would have picked somebody in chat, and they would have picked, and then feel rest, always a good one. But hear out, I am a big fan of hear out. And so I think that because I've got the swamp cooler on, or evap cooler, which I won't work for much longer. Saban and maybe Aimless and Snowma, if they're here, would be able to explain that notion, or they would viscerally feel that if they've had that. Evap coolers stop working at like maybe 30% humidity, somewhere in that range, and we're gonna have our monsoon here coming up. So, but you might. In between, you might hear a little bit of the wabi-sabi clock, but I'm just setting up some expectation setting here for that. So, hear out means that we are going to be listening to sounds. We are not going to prioritize mental talk. So, mental talk would be hear in. So, we can work with sounds. Let me get my timing device set up for that. We're going to do 25 minutes. So proof that we're going to do that. And I almost hit my mark. All right, let's do this. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your participation. Let's invite the bell. All right. So as we begin, I always want my sits to start by establishing a solid foundation for posture. So you could be standing, you could be lying down, you could be walking. I'm going to focus on the seated posture. So sitting in a chair, on a cushion, or maybe a bench. We endeavor to have an upright, natural spine. So upright without being uptight is my little mantra that I always use. Shoulders over the hips, feet arranged in a way that you will, um, we're not against fidgeting, but maybe will not cause you to fidget as much. Palms of the hands can be down on the thighs, or they can be placed together and arranged as so and placed in the lap. Eyes can be open or closed, your choice. And then beginning by just acknowledging what the experience of the mind body is right now. So I often will refer to this as your inner weather. So maybe your day has felt like you've been just sort of careening into this moment. So even though you're stationary, it might feel like you're sort of still moving. Or maybe this day has been kind of dragging. It's just sort of not quite right, but moving sludge like. Or maybe it's been a fantastic day and you're like, I would copy this day and repeat it over and over. All of the above. Everything is welcome. Ultimately, we're not trying to change anything. And just acknowledge. Like, oh, hey, it's that feeling that summer is here too fast. Or, oh, yeah, it's the planning mind. And then finally, to settle in a few deliberate breaths. Slow and low is the tempo we're going for. Breathing in through the nose allows us to slow that breath down, sinking low into the belly. And as that breath becomes an exhale, seeing if we can extend, even accentuate it. I have been known to take a few extra deliberate breaths. It's often the first moment that I can feel that I'm really in my seat, right here. And our technique from our card is here out. So that means our focus range is sounds. The sounds in your environment, the sounds in my environment, my voice. And our instructions are, we notice the sound we're concentrating on, soak our attention into it, and optionally label it here. And that's here as in HEAR. You can find a sort of mental metronome, if you like, of a rhythm of noting, soaking our attention in, labeling optionally here. And then just one acknowledgement before I let you explore on your own. Mental talk may come up, things outside of our focus range. So it could be the desire to shift and move like I just did, or an itch, maybe a bad feeling, an uneasy feeling, an emotional feeling. Again, none of that is to be shunned necessarily, but we want to notice that we've shifted away from that focus range and gently, with care, move our attention back to concentrating on here out. And that's our pattern. We offer ourselves the greatest gift, which is patience to get off task, and we, with care, bring ourselves back on task. So explore here out. with a noting practice, I like to point out that the label can be optional. I experienced when I first started using a noting practice where if I labeled here, it's like I was giving my mind permission to chatter more than normal, and that would become a distraction. So if you feel like the label stirs up herein activity or mental talk, you can experiment with letting the label go for now and see how that is. Again, that's just a thing you can do when tuning the technique. You can try that, and if it doesn't work, you can go back to using the label. So, if that applies, I'll offer that to you. And if it doesn't, please keep on keeping on. So this is, again, your sit, your decision. You can continue with here out if you are in a good groove, or you can shift to do nothing. The classic unified mindfulness instructions are with do nothing, we let go of any intention to control our attention. We just sit. And if you notice that the mind is noting and labeling or counting your breaths, and you drop it, and you do that 2 or 3 times, just seeing if you can let the mind do that. Or the very pared down Joseph Goldstein is sit and know that you're sitting. I'll invite the bell to signal the end of our sit. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for taking time away from your regularly scheduled commitments. Quick dedication of merit. May the fruits of our practice be for the benefit of all beings. May our actions be for the benefit of all beings. And my addition, may we remember we are part of all beings. It's good to hear, Ruth. Yeah, Hear Out is a big favorite for me. So I was very pleased with that with that choice. Feel Rest would have been okay. So thank you for that, Bob. And then hello, Ronnie and Aimless, and hello to Cheryl if we didn't get a chance to say hi, and to Saban and Sheila, Bill B, and Bill J. Let's see who else. If you enjoyed the sit and you have not, hello, Moira. And then Brian's up here. Yep. Okay, Brian's here. Hello to Brian. If you didn't get a chance to like the video, you can if you enjoyed the sit. So we'll leave the deck behind, and we'll have another theme potentially for June. I'm shopping for themes, so if you have a theme, if you have a theme that you'd like to explore, you can always send that theme idea to me. I am putting my email over here in chat. Thank you to Ruth for her retreat recap. If you have a retreat planned, or you have been on a retreat recently and you want to give a recap, send that along too. I know some folks have retreats planned for July and August, so yeah, share that with the group. You're super welcome, Bill J. It was great to have you here. What else? I don't have any news from the Discord front. I did reach out to Mitch, but I haven't heard back. Oh, yeah, I really appreciate it, Ruth. I think that's everything. But yeah, so the notion here is that Discord could be a continuous sort of offline way for people to chat and interact. Discord also has voice channels. So that is another kind of thing that could be explored. Yeah. So, gosh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. So, but yeah, so I'll get the sides trimmed, but the front will probably stay here. So so this haircut was supposed to be my last haircut for 5 weeks or whatever, because I was planning another van adventure for most of June. But to borrow from the launch parlance of space missions, I've scrubbed that plan, and I'll be in Tucson for June, and I have a little quick trip to Minnesota towards the end of June. So originally I scheduled this as my please clean up my hair before I'm not around for a while. And then somebody asked about the beard, if the beard is here to stay. The beard is a playoff beard. So as soon as someone raises the Stanley Cup, I will shave the beard, or I will end up with a goatee as a throwback. I used to have a goatee years ago. Yes, brookmeditates.com. Brookmeditates.com. Brooks tomorrow. See everyone on Sunday for Do Nothing Project. And new month, new theme. If you haven't had a chance, go check out this last month's, I believe, was equanimity. But if you go to cecmeditates.com, you can sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter comes out the beginning of each month, and that'll have what the new theme is for Consciousness Explorers Club. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to include in my email with Ruth's recap that is it Lectio Divin? What's the term? uh, the reading pattern of reading something 3 times. Lectio Divini, divine reading. Yes, thank you. Let's not use Latin. We're not. This isn't. We don't have to use Latin. But the divine reading practice is something that Tasha and Jeff have an episode about from the MindBod Adventure Pod. I believe the guest's name is Nadia Bowles Weber, and they do a divine reading practice on the MindBod Adventure Pod. So connecting all the things. I love to give links, and I love to give everybody connections. So that's that. Yeah. All right. I wanted to be done sooner, but I feel like I had to share that. So thanks for all the likes. We'll see you right here next week, same time. Bye now.